Let's do a little homework help. So in the worksheet posted in Classroom, your homework for tonight, we'll do a few of these problems together. So in the first section, the directions say factor each completely. That doesn't require you to solve, I just want you to factor. So you're looking for a GCF, if there is one. If there's not, or if there is, undistribute it. If there's not, go right to unfoiling. Okay, so we're just factoring only. Don't worry about the solving part yet. So in this first one, number 1, 3k squared minus 6k, I see a GCF. The number GCF, 3. You can divide 3 from 3k squared and from negative 6k. But I also can divide a k out, right? Because 3k squared, that's just 3k times k. And the 6 is 3 times 2 times k. I mean, in my brain, I see that both of these have a 3, and they both have a k. They have both of those things. So that 3k I can bring out in front. I'm going to undistribute the 3k. And what I'm left with when I undistribute that is just a k and a minus 2. Maybe it helps to see it written out this way, that I have just a k left and a minus 2 left. Okay, the 3k, they were factors that were in common. Number 5 is slightly more complicated. There's a GCF of 6. I hope it's just a GCF of 6. You can check it, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's bring my Wabbit up. I think 162 divided by 6. 27, so it's going to work. And I know I can get a 6 out of 72. So I'm going to undistribute that 6. And then see where that takes me. So x squared minus 12x plus 27. And now I'm going to see if I can unfoil this part. Okay, I already have the 6 out. I know x times x will give me that x squared. Now I'm just looking for two numbers that multiply to 27 and add to negative 12. So I know they both have to be negative. So right now I'm thinking negative 9 and negative 3. Do they multiply to 27? Yes. Do they add to negative 12? Yes. So minus 9 minus 3. And that is my final answer. So the answer number 1 was 3k times k minus 2. The answer number 5 was 6 times x minus 9 times x minus 3. So not so bad. Now in the next set, they ask you to solve each equation by factoring. So you do the same thing we did in the first set. So I'm going to factor GCF or unfoil. So here I'm just going to get a GCF of m out. When I divide that m out, I'm left with m and a minus 2. And the zero product property says if I have two things, so in this case I have m and I have an m minus 2, they multiply to 0, that means either m has to be 0 or m minus 2 has to be 0. Well, m equals 0, that's done, right? Nothing to solve there. That's nice. M minus 2 equals 0. If I add 2 to both sides, I'm going to get m equals 2. So my answer is m equals 0, m equals 2. And that's it. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. Let's look at number 15. I'm going to rewrite it up here so I have a little more space. So number 15 is a squared equals negative 9a minus 20. I can't even factor it yet. So I mean, I'm looking at it. I don't have my a squared plus b squared plus c. But I also don't have it equal to 0. So let's get it equal to 0. So if I add 9a to both sides, and I have to add the 20 to cancel it on this side. So I have a squared plus 9a plus 20. Now it equals 0. That's good because now when I factor it, I'll have that 0 product property that I can use. And I see when I factor it, I know a times a gives me a squared. That's the easy part. Now two numbers that multiply to 20 and add to 9 are positive 5 and positive 4. And then now I'm ready to set each of these equal to 0. And I get my solutions. I'm going to get minus 5 here, minus 5. I'll get a equals negative 5, minus 4, minus 4. I'm going to get a equals negative 4, and these are my solutions. I'm not going to do one of 19 or 20. I want you to try those on your own. I want you to take what we learned on Friday during the shark bait about what the zeros or solutions or roots are on a graph and what you know now about how to find them by factoring, and make sure they're the same. So the gist of this is when you solve these on a graph, they should show up as the x-intercepts. So you're looking for x-intercepts. Okay, they'll match your solutions. I mean, on the previous problems, if you graph number 9, for instance, when you graph it, it's going to cross the x-axis at 0 and at 2. And you can check me if you don't believe me. That's it for today. Good luck on the homework, and I will see you tomorrow.